Are you an intuitive? Are you doing some form of energy work, mediumship and psychic work, and you found that your energy is not quite on point? It could be that you're spiritually burnt out. I've got 10 ideas that could help. If you want to know what they are, carry on watching the video. Hi, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I would like to discuss being spiritually burnt out. Now, being spiritually burnt out is very similar to being physically burnt out. When you have worked so hard, etc., and you feel run down physically, it's exactly the same as being spiritually burnt out. And a lot of intuitives and a lot of psychics, mediums, etc. will find a point in their journey where they were so accurate, being able to feel, hear different energies, and all of a sudden, buff, gone. And that is because you're spiritually burnt out. Now, what I like to do is 10 things to help me recharge my system. So let's get into it. Number one thing I like to do daily is to call my energy back. Now, I'm not saying that people can take your energy. I'm not saying people will, keep your energy for themselves. What I'm saying is everywhere you go and everywhere you have been in your life, there could be residual energy that you've left behind. Now, it's just energy that you give off, of joy, anger, sadness, etc. And I find it important practice to call it back to you by simply just saying a couple of words with a intention behind it. For example, I would say of an evening time, just as I'm lying into bed, I would close my eyes, quiet my mind, and I would say, with my hand on my heart, I would say something like, I call my energy back to me from every place that it may be. I transmute it to high vibrational and that of the light. So it is. By doing a simple thing like that, you are not leaving your energy around anywhere. I mean, you could have been angry, frustrated, and you don't want that out there in the field. And by doing that, you are transmuting anything negative, anything of low vibrational, etc., or your emotions, and you're transmuting it back into a good energy. And when you've done that, it will be absorbed into your system, and it could potentially start recharging your system as well. Number two, going on with the spoken word, you can set mantras, you can set affirmations for yourself, where you can say to yourself, my energy is mine. I allow myself time to rest and recharge. Or even things like, I am charged. I am full of energy. Things like that. So when you put that energy of, I feel drained, I feel this, and different things, that can actually start lowering your energy system, in my opinion. And what I've found with myself. So I would say these simple mantras and affirmations to help me feel a little bit better. Number three, and I believe this is a really important practice to do for your energy hygiene, your energy cleansing, your energy cleaning, is a spiritual bath or a spiritual shower. Now, simply what they are is when you set the attention of removing any low vibrational, any gunky, sticky energy that's on you or on your system. And water is the most amazing cleansing energy there is. So what I would do when I have a spiritual bath or a spiritual shower, for example, I will usually have a shower. And what I usually do is ask the water to cleanse through my whole energetic system. And I would just shower as normal, like I will wash my hair, but with the intention of cleaning my crown chakra, and watching that water and soap with this gunky energy, this gunky muddy energy coming out of my crown chakra, coming down and into my shower area, and all it running down the plug hole. And I would do the same when I'm washing my face. So I would get my cleanser and I would be washing my face over my third eye, you know, with the same intention that the cleanser and the water will cleanse my third eye, clear it of any gunky, sticky, residual energy, to help me see clear. And I would go all the way down on different areas of my body, like my heart chakra, down to my root chakra, stating little affirmations to myself. And I would visualize, I do visualize all this gunky energy coming through my system into, going out of my system, running all the way down to my feet. And in this visualization, I would see it go down the plug hole. And I will do this until I find gradually the visualization will come, the water will become clear. And when that's completed and done, you know that the water has cleansed you. And thank the water for cleansing you, because water has its own spirit and its own energy. And that takes me to point 4. And we just did 3 there, but I meant 4. Humans have over recent years detached themselves from nature. And I want you to have a think about how often do you touch something to do with nature? And I guarantee not very often, you know, and I mean, in how often do you touch a tree? How often do you touch a plant? How often do you touch soil? You know, something natural to the earth. And when you think about it, you realize not very often. So with point 4, I would advise anybody, you don't have to be intuitive or anything, you can just be an average person, you know, just a normal person walking around with their life, doing their own little journey, whatever. Go outside in nature. Have a walk, have a sit down, go for a picnic, and be acquainted, or try to acquaint yourself with tree energy. Because tree energy is one of the most amazing things that I have discovered. And you kind of I like to ask the trees consent and ask if they would mind to help me recharge my system. Because you know, they love to help. They really do. So I would ground myself and I would quiet my mind, and I would touch the tree or just sit against the tree, depending on where you are. You know what, you don't want to be hugging a tree in the middle of a town centre or whatever. You could sit next to the tree and communicate like that, as long as you're touching the tree with your bare skin somehow. And ask the tree to recharge, etc. And, you know, if you have a bottle of water, and just say, you know, thank you, I give you gratitude, here's some water. And so grounding is when, well, what I do is I will visualize roots coming from my feet right all the way down to the earth's core. And I will ground myself like that. And also just by touching your bare feet on grass, soil, sand, you know, which is natural to the earth, it does change your energy field. It does. And that can start recharging you again. As well as something simple as going outside and just breathing the air. I mean, you know, say you've been stuck in the house, pent up in the house for a couple of days, and just step outside and breathe in the air. And again, ask the air energy, the air spirit, to cleanse you as you breathe. because as you breathe and the oxygen hits your system, it goes to every cell, every little tiny crevice of your body. And ask that air to cleanse you, or, to recharge the system. Point 5, sticking with the nature vibe. If you need recharged and you're feeling a bit groggy and a bit, out of sorts, what I like to do is eat things from nature, like fruit and vegetables, raw. So, like, for example, different foods, I believe, have different frequencies, I would say. In my opinion, not everybody's going to agree with me, but in my opinion, I believe so. So I would eat something like celery, and that's good because it contains a lot of water, so hydration, which we'll get to in a minute. Strawberries, high coloured foods, peppers, etc. Have them raw, in, especially like I grow my own food, so what's in it, so like berries, etc. Have a fruit salad, to recharge your system, to put that energy into your system as well. Another point I wanted to bring back is to hydrate yourself. And I think that's one of the most important things. And again, humans, we all like a coffee, we all like a soda, but at the end of the day, it's important for us to hydrate ourselves. And, drink, like, get a bottle of water and just keep it by you and just keep sipping it. Sometimes I find myself having like a cup of coffees and a soda. I'm like, oh, I haven't drank water today. I'm just human. But make the attention to yourself, to stay hydrated, because if you look after your body, your vessel, your temple, you will be able to nurture your spirit at the same time. Number 6. Now, going on with nurturing the spirit, I am a strong believer the best way to recharge your system, and that's from your mind to your body, mind-body connection, is to fill your brain with things that you enjoy. There's loads of negativity out there right now with wars and crimes and inflation and all sorts, loads of stress. To be honest, I don't really watch the news anymore because it does deplete you. It does. It keeps you at a state of, Things that I like to do is to help with my mental well-being. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a medical professional. This is just what I like to do. And I like to put funny videos on. My favourites is funny animal videos because of just their pure innocence. And even thinking about it makes me smile. So it's obviously doing something good. And just do things that you enjoy, and it doesn't have to be expensive. For example, like you can have that chocolate bar if it makes you feel joy, a one-off, burger, if it makes you feel happy, it makes you feel joy, So it's all about the things that you enjoy doing. Like I love gardening, so if I'm feeling a bit, bleh, I'll go out in my garden and, touch the plants, touch the soil. Anything you like doing, dancing, that's a brilliant thing to do because it keeps your body moving. So whatever you like doing, reading books, having a bath, watching a silly movie, a comedy film, stuff like that, anything that it puts joy into your system. And by doing this, it will change your body's frequency. And I like to do it quite often. You know, you're out and about and somebody will mention it and somebody's got a hurt, or, you know, it's highly, to me, it's highly important, really important to put things into your system that make you feel good. So this takes me to point 7. And, you know, I'm a fond believer of, you don't have to do these massive rituals, these massive extravagant things, you know. And sometimes what I find myself, I mean, I live in the UK, so I don't get much sun, but I like to stand outside, breathe in the air, and ask the solar energy of the sun to recharge me, to, you know, remove any stagnant energy that's in my system as well while breathing. You can do this with moon energy as well. And, you know, it will charge a system, and just visualize that, those energies going into your system, and like I do, through my crown chakra, all the way down my chakras into my feet, and I will visualize it all charging my system up. Because what you like to remember is, we are nature, we are a part of nature. And by doing something simple like asking the sun to recharge you, or Luna, the moon, to recharge you, you're becoming part of that nature. You are going back to nature. Point 8, and that's meditate. And I mean, don't meditate for a purpose of spiritual enlightenment like some have on different platforms to open your third eye. Just meditate to relax. Just put, you know, a meditation on for relaxation, and, you know, and just feel and be with that relaxation. And while being with this relaxation, it's important to breathe, you know. So what I tend to do is breathe in and push out all the stress with my breath. And the more you do that, you know, I don't know like how it works as such, but you just feel totally relaxed. It's like it sort of corrects your nervous system. And with that simple breath, just breathe, people. It helps you go into that deep state of relaxation. And in this deep state of relaxation, you have the time to recuperate your energy. Point 9, and this is, I think, so underrated. I mean, a lot of things that I find is a lot of people saying, you know, do this, do that. And the most important thing that I find is, when you're in that burnt out state, is you must rest. You've got to rest. You know, like I would advise anybody to stop doing any intuition work, anything, for a couple of days, and just sit and rest. And, you know, sleep. That's a good thing, because when you sleep kind of regenerates the system. It heals your body. It heals your brain. You know, it helps with cell turnover. And sleep is underrated, you know, so if you are, take that nap, you know, have that early night, you know, have that lie in. It's highly important to get enough rest. Take time for yourself, do some self-care. You know, whatever, like on the other points I've made, it's important to do things that you enjoy. So if you just want to sit down and do nothing, do that. You know, if you want to be in quiet, be in quiet. It's important to do what your body needs, your spirit needs at the time, your mind needs at the time, because your mental health is the most important. And point 10. Now, this is the boring side. And it's important, if you want to stay clear and you want to be in that clear state of awareness, I'm sorry people, you need to clean your environment. You know, you need to clean your environment, you need to declutter, because that kind of thing can, you know, have energy stick to it, so to speak, you know. And I mean, I'm sure in psychology it says whatever's in your mind is on the outside. So look at your environment. Is it all cluttered? Because that's how your mind is. And if your mind's cluttered, you're going to get burnt out. You're going to, you know, because your mind tries to offload that clutter in its environment to work it out. I think, I'm not too sure. But clean your environment. And if you haven't got the energy to clean your whole house, clean one room, the main room you use. You know, give it a wipe over, declutter that room. Even if you like, you know, if you've got loads of clutter and, you know, just for the meantime, put it away out of your view. You know, you will feel a lot better, you know, until you walk out the door. But, you know, it's important because I know, you know, mental health can affect somebody so bad, you know, and it's important to have your environment clear so your mind can be clear. And so when, you know, when you're doing this, you know, you don't have to do it straight away, do it day by day, you know, little bits here and there, and little bits go a long way. You know, so what I'm trying to say is give the love and the time to yourself that you give others. And that's important, you know, because all of us out there are, you know, we go to work, we want to do a good job, we want to impress our boss, we want to impress our families, our friends, etc. You know, looking after children, you know, it's hard. But you need to look after yourself to be able to do those things. So with all these 10 points I've made, you know, you don't have to do all of them. Just pick one. Pick a couple. You don't have to pick them all at all. You know, just do whatever resonates with you. And look after yourselves, you know, because a lot of people out there don't understand that you can be spiritually burnt out as well. You know, you'll think it's like physical burnout. And even if you are physically burnt out, you can still do this, you know, because it's important to look after your mind and your body because it will look after your spirit. So hopefully this video will give you some guidance and help you out a little bit. If you do use any of the pointers I've put in this video, write in the comment section below and tell me which ones resonates with you the most. And remember, look after yourself as well. Until next time, bye-bye.